Hi, I'm Vina.
And I'm Nina. Welcome to Mystic Dance.
In this tape, we'll teach you the more flowing, mysterious movements of belly dance that captures the exotic spiritual essence of this art. You will learn many sensual movements, including undulations and even dancing with a veil. This is the choreographed dance that you will learn. We'll take it step by step, one at a time. Finally, these movements are linked into one continual flowing dance. You don't need to have a veil to enjoy and learn from this program. You can use most thin or sheer fabrics of about 3 yards. But remember, the true beauty of belly dance always comes from you. Let's begin our warm-up by inhaling deeply into our bellies as we raise our arms above our head and exhale. Breathe in, gather all the positive energy around. Breathe out, pushing the negative energy. Take a deep breath into our root or base chakra and out, releasing the toxins. Inhale. And exhale. Drop your head and breathe as you roll your neck from one side to the other side, allowing all the tension in your neck to melt away. The shoulders are relaxing and the tension is releasing. Keep your arms soft as you roll your shoulders up and around into a backward circular motion, opening your chest. Breathe deeply into your upper back, chest, and diaphragm as you roll your shoulders forward, up, and around, creating a circle and relaxing your arms. Now lift your arms up and around as your shoulders roll and release. Again, up, around, release. Imagine your arms moving like butterfly wings. Breathe. Hands at your waist, chest and abs lifted as you circle your rib cage forward and around, creating a crescent-shaped moon, warming up your upper torso. Forward and around. Now continue your circle all the way back. creating a circle, and the other way. Keep your lower body still. Circle it around. And again. Now push your hips, warming and stretching our upper body and hip muscles. Extend one arm out as you push to each side. We call this arm position the Aladdin arms. Now breathe. As you circle your arms up and over and around your body. Inhale, circle, lift, and exhale down. Again, stretch your arms up, opening your chest, and down. Imagine yourself reaching for the sky. This time, rise on your toes. Lengthen your spine. Rise as high as you can on the balls of your feet. Again. Over and down. This movement will help your balance in dance. Don't forget to breathe. Now we're moving on to upper body. Let's learn some basic mystical arms. The first one is the mummy. Cross your arms at your heart. Keep your elbows low and your shoulders down. This arm position is great with a head slide. Goddess arms. One arm is above your head and the other arm floats at chest level. This is another great position with head slides. Slide, slide. Switch arms. Head slide, slide. You can alternate your arms up and down, leading with the wrists. Think of peeking through a veil as your arms open. A traditional arm position is tempo. The back of the wrists are touching each other. This is a classic one for head slides. The Nile can be done with one hand, leading with the wrists and then the fingers. Two hands away from each other. To frame your hips, leading with the wrists and then the fingers follow. Your hands floating. Or above your head. Again, the wrists are leading and the fingers are following. Flip one hand so that both hands face one direction. Or when both arms cross each other. Shoulder rolls are sensual arm movements in belly dance. Alternate your shoulders backwards, keeping your arms by your side. Continue your shoulder rolls as you lift both arms in front of your body. The Nile hands add a circular motion. For a sensual variation, lift your upper back and lean away from your arms. Another variation in shoulder rolls is snake arms. Start with your arms out to the side and roll one shoulder at a time. First one, and then the other, alternating your arms and slightly bending your elbows. You can create big snake arms, or smaller snake arms. Candle arms. Bring one hand towards you, rotate your arm up and around, creating a figure 8. Keep your hands flat. Think of holding a candle on each hand, trying not to tip the candle. Bring one hand in, down, up, and around. Candle arms are essential to the mystical vocabulary. Next, to learn an undulation, we must first create an upward rib circle. Push your ribs forward, up, around, and down. Start with a small circle, then gradually increase your size as your hips release back, forward, and around. Forward and around. Now we're ready for lower body. In this section, we will learn a wide variety of figure 8 hips. First, push one hip from the back corner, circle it forward. And again, circling it forward. Push it out, circle forward, back in. Just one hip at a time. And in. And the other side, from the back corner, circle it forward and back. Circle it forward. Back to the forward corner. One more time. And forward. Now alternate each hip. First one hip, then the other. Again, keep your upper body still. Now connect the two hip movements with a figure 8. First one hip, then the other. One hip connects to the other. This hip movement is very serpent-like, especially when you add arms. This movement is called the forward figure 8s. Now the opposite direction. Instead of starting from the back, we start from the front. Front, circling it back. Front, circling it back. Working just one hip at a time. Now the other hip. push it forward, round it to the back, and again, forward, circling it back. Creating a circle with just one hip. Now alternate, one hip at a time. One hip, and then the other. We're creating two circles here. Forward, circle it back. Again, connecting the two hip movements with a figure eight. First one hip, and then the other. Now add the arms. This movement is called the backward figure eights. An upward figure eight starts by forming vertical circles with your hip. Push your hip out, circle up, around, and in. Again, push your hip out, circle up, around, and in. Your hip lifts and lowers by lifting and dropping your heel. Circle, around, and in. Now the other side. Push your hip out, circle it up, around, and in. Out, up, and in. Keep your inner thighs together. Now let's do alternating hips. One hip at a time, up and around. And again, up and around. Creating upward figure eights. Faster figure eights. Up, slide, up, slide. The slide is diagonal. Let's add arms. Up, slide down, and up, diagonal slide. The opposite is a downward figure eight. This time you begin by lifting your heel first, then push your hip out, lower the heel, and pull your hip in towards you. Lift up, push out, circle it around, and in. Now the opposite hip. Lift, push your hip out, circle it, pull your hip in. Again, lift, push, circle, pull in, and around. Now let's do alternating hips. One hip, and then the other. Circling one hip, keeping your inner thighs together, and then the other. Out, circle it in. Out, circle it in. We're creating figure eights. The downward figure eights are also called mayas. Add your arms. This is a very sensual movement in belly dance. Bicycle hips. Begin from the back. Draw an upward circle going forward. Back, up, forward, down. Keep your inner thighs together as you push off the ball of your foot. Back, up, forward, down. Now go the opposite direction. Circle forward, up, back, down, and again, forward, up, back, down. Again, pushing off the forward foot. Now let's connect these two circles into a figure 8. Circle forward, slide, circle back, contract your abs. And again, figure 8, circle forward, slide, circle back, contract. And faster. Remember not to separate your inner thighs. Now the other side. Let's first go forward. Back, up, forward, down. Back, up, forward, down. This move should feel like riding a bicycle. Now the opposite direction. Circle forward, up, back, down. Forward, up, back, down. Creating a backward circle. Pushing off the front foot. Now figure 8s. Circle up, slide, circle up, contract. Slide and contract with your abs. Up, slide, around. Now let's go a little faster. Make sure you use your front foot to guide your figure 8s. Now we're ready for steps and turns. A simple traveling step in belly dance is a 4-count walk. You may travel forward or backward. 1, 2, 3, lift, back, 2, 3, lift. Let's go faster. 1, 2, 3, lift, back, 2, 3, lift. You may go on your toes. This movement also looks great with a veil. We're now going to show you camel undulations, but first let's break it down. We begin with our feet, one foot in front of the other. Flat, flat, toe, toe, flat, flat, toe, toe. Now combine the rib circle undulations that we learned earlier with this step. It's important to keep your hips and lower back relaxed. Let's travel with this step. Great. Other side, change feet. Flat, flat, toe, toe, flat, flat, toe, toe. Release your hips and rib circles. Now travel, initiating the movement with your rib cage, and change. Adding your arms. Camel undulations is a traditional traveling step. Now let's learn some popular turns. It's important to learn how to spot when turning. Spotting means focusing on one object before you turn. That way you will not get dizzy. Your body continues to move, and your head turns last. Body, head, body, head. Bring your arms out for balance. The outside leg moves, while the inside leg stays anchored. Great. Now the opposite direction. Remember, body first, then the head. Body, then the head. Focusing on one object before you turn. Add the arms. Remember, the outside leg moves around while the inside leg stays anchored. This is called the 4-step turn because it takes 4 steps to make a complete turn. Now angle your upper body slightly forward for a variation of this turn. Same steps as the previous turn. Again, we're spotting. To create the windmill turn, extend your arms out, keeping them soft. And other side. Angle and turn. Notice the slight dip in your upper body as you turn. Again, with this turn, you are still spotting. Arms out to create the windmill turn. This turn looks great with a veil. With our next turn, we lift up in our chest and slightly lean towards the direction you're going. Notice your spotting is on the floor. 8 baby steps around. This movement looks great with arms. We call these arms genie arms. And other side. Lift up, lean, and spot. Again, your inside leg is anchored and your outside leg moves around. Add your genie arms. Try this same step on your toes. Lift and step around. Your dance. As we conclude this section, we're now going to teach you how to use a veil. These movements we're going to learn can be done with or without a veil. Our first one is called the turban veil. Start with extended arms, bring your veil to the front and around, front and back, front and around. Your arms are straight when the veil is behind you and slightly bends when the veil is in front of you. Let's try the other side. Veil back, veil front, veil back, veil front. Allow your upper torso to move with your veil. Remember the 4-count walk we learned earlier? Try it with a veil. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. This movement looks great when the air hits the fabric. This next veil movement, we call this the Shahrazad. Twist your upper body side to side and lean away from your lower body. Twist, twist. Extend your leg as you twist. Twist, extend, twist, extend. The next veil movement is called the caravan veil. Cross one foot in front as you continue twisting the upper body. One hand is on your head, the other arm is extended and sweeps like a bird, downward in a figure eight. Bring both arms together to create the mermaid veil. Now hold both sides of the veil, creating an envelope, and peek through the opening. This mysterious movement looks great with head slides. Bring the veil up and allow one side of the veil to open. Now the veil is behind. With temple arms, the veil can be draped behind you, or draped in front of you. Open the veil in front and turn. I hope you remember your spotting. And now the other side. Angle this turn for the windmill turn. And the other side. Place the veil behind you. And start with the four-step turn. Bring the veil up into the baby step turns. The other side. Start with a four-step turn and gradually work up to the baby step turns. Now let's learn our choreography. Now let's take some of what we've learned and put it all together. If you don't have a veil, it doesn't matter. It's optional. Arm towards the ceiling with Nile hands facing each other. 6 upward hip circles. Now change into snake arms, doing a backward figure 8 hips. Mermaid veil into shoulder rolls. Two Nile hands as you walk back. 2, 3, 4. Open your arms. Four count walk. 1, 2, 3. Lift, back, 2, 3. Lift, repeat this move. Lift, back, 2, 3, lift. Now the Shahrazad veil, 2 and 3. Turn, face front, and again. 1, 2, 3. Turn. Now our turban veil, ending in the front. Head slides down, bending our knees and lifting up. Up to temple arms. Camel undulation traveling, and the other way. Open your veil. The 4-step turn. As you do the turban veil, ending in the back. Now the caravan veil. Cross, step, cross, step. Turn to the back. Mermaid veil, look back and look, twisting your upper body. Turn and face front. And the Shahrazad veil again. The 4-step turn. Into the baby step turns. Now that you learned the steps, let's do the whole thing to tempo. Upward 8s, Nile hands. Backward 8s, snake arms. Mermaid and shoulder rolls. Nile hands, walking back. Get ready for the 4-step walk. Forward and back, 2 times. Shahrazad, turn. Shahrazad, turn. Turban veil, head slides. Temple arms, camel. Turn. Turban veil, caravan. Again. Turn to the back and look. Shahrazad, low turn, high baby turn. Now let's do it again. This time enjoy and let the music carry you. Congratulations! You've completed Mystic Moves. Keep practicing with us, and you'll discover the exotic belly dancer within you.
For more information 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, go to www.naturaljourneys.com. Natural Journeys, when the journey is as important as the destination.